to start this one. 49 wins for the Trailblazers last year. That was good for third in the West. Jay, what's your projection for this season?
Well, the projection is that they can't afford to stumble out of the gates, which they've done over the last couple of seasons. Unfortunately, I think this team is stagnant to a certain degree. They have great talent, but I don't think they have the pieces to win in the gauntlet of the West.
Harden to Paul. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended. Off the assist.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. To Harden. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
To P.J. Tucker. Paul. A bad pass there. Blazers have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
His first effort off the mark. Tucker to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Missed his first. That one goes. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Harden to Anthony. From the painted area, won't go down. To McCollum. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. To P.J. Tucker. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
P.J. Tucker, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 74% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Goes to the left side. Seth Curry. Curling inside. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
Portland's got it. Clint Capella sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Add 2 points to the board.
The assist from number 25, Austin Rivers.
Right down Broadway, 4-2.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Rivers with the basketball. Down a point. Nene to Capella. Clint Capella. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Okay, that time it was effective, but a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Clint Capella. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Rivers to bring it into the front court. Just under a minute to go in what's been a hotly contested first quarter. Cruises inside for two.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Gordon with it. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Tucker. Down low, Capella. Nothing going here on that drive. Clint Capella. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that big is coming again later.
The drive. Right to the basket. Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Won't go down. Has a chance. Hayden with a shot, no good. Nene, down low for Tucker. And he finishes at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Seth Curry picked up by Paul. Beyond the arc for 3. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Seth Curry. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Evan Turner at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Unable to connect on the free throw. It's Portland ball. Fires the 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. To P.J. Tucker. Easy pass to the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Hey fans, our game programs have player bios, team stats, fan interviews, and more. And best of all, they're free. You can get your game program from a team representative at any one of our main entrances around the arena.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions, Portland.
C.J. McCollum. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Layup goes down. Well done.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Trailblazers with the basketball. Carmelo Anthony pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Count the basket at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Number 17, PJ Tucker.
Lillard picked up by Paul. Shot by Lillard, no good. Tucker to Capella. Clint Capella. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To McCollum. To Lillard.
In the second quarter.
And he drains it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Harden to Paul. And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that? There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
McCollum against Harden. Has a look. McCollum shot off the mark. Harden with the basketball. The lead is 11. Trailblazers take over. Lillard matched up with Paul. Here comes the screen. Lillard on the drive, but he can't finish. To Harden. James Harden. He's 2 for 2 now.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
McCollum against Clint Capella. And scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Paul across the timeline. It's an 11-point game. To PJ Tucker. Jumper's good.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Lillard to McCollum. Nothing going here on that drive. Lillard to McCollum. C.J. McCollum 4 out of 7.
And CJ is a guy that doesn't get the respect that he deserves on a nationwide level. 3 straight seasons averaging over 20 points per game. He's a guy that's automatically in range once he leaves the car entering the stadium.
And the basket good at the rim. That misses with a second to go. First half in the books. The Rockets with the lead.
Thanks, Ed. Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Goes to the right side. Driving right to the basket. James Harden, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
McCollum, yes. When this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
A pass stolen by Portland.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Lillard matched up with Paul. Knocked loose. Rockets have the ball. Paul. Nice pass to set things up.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Lillard picked up by Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. 3 for 6 now.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, head jab him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Capella to Paul. Yusuf Nurkic rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Lillard. Great feed, sets it up. Oh, I missed a short one there.
Sometimes in this game, the shots don't fall. You have to get yourself to the next play, though. That's the most important thing.
Yusuf Nurkic, able to recover with the block. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Portland has the ball and a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Seth Curry matched up with Carmelo Anthony. McCollum down low Nurkic to McCollum. From the painted area, won't go down. The follow won't go either. Harden in possession. His team on top by 13. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
James Harden trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Off the mark at the line. To Seth Curry. From long range. Paul the rebound. Here's Paul. Controlling the offense. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Got it.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
McCollum, guarded by Nene. Scores from the post.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Dave, what's going to be good enough this year for the Rockets to get to the NBA Finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy, but also I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Those last 6 games against the Golden State Warriors, he really struggled from the three-point line. He shot 37% during the regular season. He shot 20% in the Western Conference Finals.
Now the Blazers will use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides.
Subbing in for Houston.
Fires the three. Oh, he hits the three.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Paul picked up by Seth Curry. And the rebound taken in by the Blazers. Seth Curry down low for Turner. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Paul. For three. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Good. Off a spin.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One back.
And a putback slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Gordon matched up with Evan Turner. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down, and the Rockets way out in front. It's the Blazers with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
James Harden. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Seth Curry against Clint Capella. Nothing going here on that drive. Seth Curry. And now Houston has the basketball. They get it down to Paul. Evan Turner snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Seth Curry. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Anthony. Lillard the rebound. Nurkic rocking the rim. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. Lets it fly from long range. Tucker, dead-on three-point shooter. Tough to guard.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Lillard matched up with Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. D's got it. Damian Lillard, 4 out of 10.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here's a chance from long range. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. To Seth Curry, 4-3. It's Harden to pull down the rebound. Ah, can't miss those. Lillard. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To P.J. Tucker. And Nurkic there for the rebound. To Seth Curry. Lillard. Oh, Yusuf Nurkic. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Paul into the front court. His team up by 7. To Capella. Short jumper won't go down. To Seth Curry. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Oh, bad pass there. Blazers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Lillard against Tucker. And the finish. Jay, Euro stepping for 2.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season. A first-time All-NBA first-team player. Tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland. But this game's in the balance. And time is of the essence. Lillard. Not that time. He misses. To Anthony. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Portland's got it. Probing the defense. Can't connect. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. trying to cash in, and he knocks it down, Jay. Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets. The Trailblazers just couldn't close this one out. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Check out the leading scores for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense, but still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Tucker gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming games for the Houston Rockets. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.